Good afternoon, Mrs. Holt. How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. My name is Kenny, and I'm going to be your student physical therapist for today.
Okay.
I understand that you had some MLD techniques done not too long ago, and I would really like to maximize those effects of that by trying some compression wrapping. So does that sound something you're up for?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, before we get started, I'm going to wash my hands with some sanitizer. And do I have permission to touch you throughout the technique?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Well, like I said, we're going to do the compression layer and compression wrap, and I do want to explain it to you just a little bit. It's a series of different layers. We're going to start with just a sleeve that goes up, and then advance to some almost looks like gauze a little bit, and then a little bit of padding, and then progress to the ace bandages.
Okay.
So what it's going to do is going to be tighter, closer to your hand, and it's going to get a little looser on up. Hopefully this technique will promote some of the venous return and reduce some of that fluid and swelling that you're feeling in your arm. Okay. Now, I do need to ask you, do you have a history of congestive heart failure?
No.
How about cancer?
No.
Blood clots? You haven't had a recent fracture or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. Perfect. And I do just want to inspect the skin before we begin, if you don't mind. And I'm just looking for bruising, any open wounds, puncture wounds, rashes, infections, or anything like that. And everything does look good.
Okay.
So like I said, I want to begin with just placing the sleeve onto your arm. And as I begin to apply the different layers to your hand, if you do experience any discomfort during the procedure, please let me know and we'll try to make adjustments. It may feel slightly tight on your arm, but should it not hurt, okay? And I also am looking for temperature changes in your hand. If your fingers start to turn blue or anything, that could be a sign of decreased circulation, which we definitely do not want that.
Okay.
Perfect. Can you spread your hands out for me? So the technique that we're doing now, hopefully the more we do this, the more you come back and do this and you learn to do it yourself. When you go home, you can apply it, but so you can just kind of just take notice of what I'm doing. So like I said, hopefully in the near future, you can do it yourself at home.
Okay.
Still doing okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, not too tight, is it?
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, just hold your hand right there for me.
Okay.
Next, we're going to apply this padding layer.
Okay.
So as I'm applying this, I'm just going around your arm, and I'm going to gradually go up your arm. What I'm trying to do is, like I said, give it a little padding, and then we do want your limb to be even throughout. Okay.
Okay.
Do that. And then when we get to your elbow, like I am now, I'm just going to add some additional padding here for you.
Okay.
And then continue up your arm. overlapping slightly. And you can bend your fist if you want, press into my chest. Perfect. Okay. Hang out there for me. Okay, now we're going to start with the ace bandage. I need you to just open up your hands for me, please. I'm going to go around your wrist. And then we're going to come down in your thumb. Just going to pinch it so it fits in there. Through your wrist again. Perfect. You can make a fist now.
Okay.
And press into my chest. Now we're wrapping up the arm. You want some overlap in the ace bandage. About 50% overlap.
Okay.
Still doing okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my second one. Now, when you start the second ace bandage, what you want to do is you want to go the opposite direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna come here and go the other way. Now, when I get to your elbow, which I am there now, I'm gonna go up above the elbow this way. Sorry, I don't mean to almost hit you. And I'm going to come back down. Can you bend your elbow for me? Is that comfortable?
Yes.
Okay, so when I come back down, then I'm just going to make sure I go ahead and wrap everything in there. And that just gives you more comfort when bending your elbow.
Okay.
We're just going to finish out here. And want to make sure that we secure the ace bandage with some tape. You don't want to use the prongs that come with the ace bandages because that might seep through. It might puncture your arm, and we definitely don't want that. So what I want to ask you to do is, can you make a fist for me? How about bending your elbow? Now, how does that feel? Is that comfortable to you?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, perfect. So like I said, what we're looking for is we don't want any discoloration or blue in the palm of the hand. We want the circulations to still reach. It should be tighter down here than it is up here. So to, again, promote that fluid throughout your system, decrease some of that edema. Also, when you go home, if you need to take a shower, that's perfectly fine. You want to make sure that you cover that up. The area stays dry. No heavy lifting with this arm. Try to avoid that. And when you come back tomorrow, please leave it on. I'll take it off, and then I'll show you how to do it again. And we'll just go through that sequence.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, we'll see you tomorrow.